kind of deal.
Hello,
But
everyone. Welcome back. Yeah, sorry, we just jumped right into it.
what?
Well, send a message to you saying, can you jump in Discord before you start the show, please?
Well, you should have shown up more than 5 minutes before the show.
I did.
Who said that fucking last week we should show up fucking 5 minutes early so we can do a sound
Monday.
check?
I was here before either of you.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's true.
I
I
just-
jumped in.
I don't even
Please,
belong
it's-
here.
I jumped in at, what was it, like 10-2? All right.
So we're
I-
live
is
now.
Yes.
Well,
Oh, hi everybody. Jeez.
yeah,
Thanks for the heads up.
do the intro, and then we'll do the things afterwards.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the AAA Meeting. I am joined by my two co-hosts, as always, Drunken Uncle
Yeah.
and Scribe.
Hello there.
Hello, sir. How we doing?
Well, except for the fact that I didn't know I was being recorded, I was complaining about my life problems. I'm fine.
Do life problems do? Yes.
true.
Just yes. I agree down the board. Life problems aplenty. Ah, man. So right before the show, I was late setting it up. I was doing a whole bunch of shit because, you know, Drunkle has his evolutions. He goes from Drunkle
Yeah.
to Limes
Yeah.
to a turnip.
Turnip. And then,
A turnip with a sombrero.
thank you.
And then a pineapple.
No.
Oh, that's not
No.
your final form. That's not your Super
No,
Saiyan.
it's not anything to do with me. Never been a pineapple, never will.
So it's
Okay.
like, yeah, Scribe
Yes.
needs some stuff to evolve into. So I
said
made
give him a
Scribe.
sombrero.
I made Scribe his own evolution. So he turns from Scribe into something, then into something else. And I think that they are very good.
Okay.
I was kind of late doing that because I was like working on it right before the show started.
I feel you, man.
For the past couple minutes, chat was debating that. Oh, I will not let you down. I have two great things for Scribe to turn into. I think you guys, and I think Scribe will very much enjoy them. Scribe, boys, how are we doing today? What's going on?
Go ahead, Scribe.
Age before beauty. Go ahead, Drunkle.
Shit before shovel, mate. After you.
Democrat before libertarian.
I'm not American, so carry on.
Ah, shit. Okay. Let's see. So, how am I? I'm fine. It's been a busy work day. I'm looking forward to the weekend, which I guess technically I'm in now because I'm done with work as far as I know until I get a phone call or otherwise. Hanging out with my sister tomorrow as we go travel to meet my parents to celebrate my father's 79th birthday.
Oh, wow.
And,
Nice, man.
Papa
Yep.
Scribe.
And as Drunkle mentioned before I don't know when we started going live, but we were talking about it briefly before then.
When I came in going, hello,
Oh, yeah,
everyone.
Okay, well, fortunately,
nothing you'd have said would come up, Scribe. You're
yeah.
right.
No, fortunately, my sister and I do get along, which I'm very glad for. And
Well, must
so
be nice.
the 2.5 some hour journey there and then back again later on in the same day will be at least tolerable.
Maybe Scribe will turn into a plunger. You guys are just going to have to find
Oh,
out.
Jesus Christ. That
Does
is,
he
some,
always
that is some ancient lore right there, isn't it?
That is
does he
old
always
hat.
bring up old shit?
No,
That
that's
is
old school shit.
That is old lore, yeah.
I thought about it. I briefly thought about it, but I'm like, literally nobody's going to get this, and they're just going to think I'm insulting you.
Yeah, they'll be asking about it forever, and at this point, I'm just going to. For those that know, they know. For those that don't, it's going to be a mystery forever.
Yeah, you're just going to have to wait to find that one out. But turn Scribe into a parchment roll, you'll have to see. You guys know the rules.
That's quite nice.
Just please tell me you don't turn me into a gimp. That's all. And by the gimp, I mean
Nope.
the
Somerset gimp.
Pulp Fiction type gimp.
That's weird because I literally pulled a screenshot from Pulp Fiction and PNG'd the background. No. Dogcat Fox from Keeverdam, thank you very much.
Hey, happy smiley Dogcat Fox. Oh, Dogcat Fox. Oh, sorry. Wow. I had to bring Dogcat Fox over.
We need to introduce Scribe to the Wormy Slurpee. I don't think Scribe has the ability to see the pop-ups.
Well, I've got the show page up to just have a visual reference for what's going on. Because if you transform me into something, I can't see it. So I just have that on and muted, so I can see what's going on, sort of, but at a delay.
Well, chat knows the rules if they want to see what Scribe turns into. Chat has dishonored this entire unit. Not only the ratio shit, but I see a show going on without the likes. Dipshits. I'm not taking it out on the hosts. I'm taking it out on all of you. And the way I see it, you owe the hosts a good like smashing. That's true.
Yeah.
That is very true.
Real quick, Keeverdam, since you're in the chat, if you happen to be able to, or somebody else, because I don't have it in front of me, if you've got the link to Maddie's cancer payment or treatment fundraiser, if you can pop that in the chat real quick, I'd appreciate it so we can get that pinned, if that's all right, guys.
Good chat, man. It's a good
I'm
chat.
going to add Keev as a moderator right now. Add.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, there you go.
The first worm of the summer!
There's your wormy Slurpee.
I hate it. Yeah, fine, thank you. Vindication!
Nobody should show Scribe the Shrikusy donation either. That's
No, I don't want to see that either.
let's find out for 13 no comment. Thank you.
Yeah, gross out Scribe, $1 at a time.
I have had to live with this. Thrice weekly, Scribe. Thrice weekly.
I'm looking for my sympathy. Oh, there we go.
See, yes, that's it.
Keeverdam put up
it either.
Keeverdam put up the links to all three fundraisers. That's fine.
Boop.
Boop. But if guys, if you take a look at those real quick, I know I'm playing favorites. Everybody up there needs a little help, but the middle one, the second one there for Maddie, she's trying to pay the deductibles on his cancer treatment. So if you take a look at that one in particular. But the first one, Joshua needs some help with some financial stuff because of garnishments and things. And the third one is Lisa and her boyfriend need some help paying for the medical treatment of their doggo. Take a look at those. If you can donate, please do. If you can't, please share them out on social media. And just as a just to preamble everything, I don't have any way you can donate to me right now because I don't have any Streamlabs or anything. So if you do feel like donating anything to me for some reason, please first think about donating to one of those fundraisers up there. So thank you guys ahead of time.
Nice. Yeah, it's pinned in the chat. You guys, it's all right there. Fuckle Snuck for 405, just for Drunkle.
That song does get quite easily wedged in my brain.
It is quite the earworm.
Yeah.
Or worm slurpee.
Huh.
No, not that. No. It's a little thing. You wouldn't see it because you don't have OBS up, but it's just, don't be racist. I am a building. It's so easy. Oh my God, I do it for everything. Everything. I was in Tesco earlier on. I was looking at vegetables. Get an onion. My name is Drunkle. Everything.
Because it works so well with everything.
My God.
What are your thoughts on China making the same moves as Russia did before invading Ukraine? Well, they've not been quiet about wanting to invade Taiwan.
Yeah,
so
that's for decades and decades now. Yeah, they're waiting to see what happens. They're waiting because Russia has basically turned themselves into a test case for how the world's going to react if China decides to invade Taiwan. And it's entirely possible that Putin making the move when he did, and the world reacting as badly as it did against Russia as a result, that might actually stave off China making a move for a while. But it all depends on how things hash out.
I don't know, man. I don't think China gives a shit one way or another.
It's possible.
What, people are going to stop buying their products? They make fucking everything.
Exactly that, yeah. We make things. Watch out for NATO. That's basically it, isn't it? Like the workshop of the world.
877 CASHNOW.
Yeah, the problem is that Taiwan has...
877 CASHNOW.
Good. I'm going to have to find a way to port...
I mean, look, if Scribe just downloads OBS and just has a screen just with our donation links, then it will still play and you'll know when something's playing. But I mean, is it too much effort for 3 more shows?
Hopefully more than 3.
Anyway,
So-
I was going to say that Taiwan possesses something that Ukraine doesn't, and that is one of the primary hubs of micro circuitry
breweries,
manufacturing. Microprocessors. Yes, that the world is.
the thing they were stealing and departed.
Yeah, sorry, my brain went sideways for a second. Anyway, a lot of places in the world can't replicate right now what Taiwan does all by themselves, and so without that becomes sort of like us defending Kuwait again for the oil. If China decides to try to take it over and try to monopolize that, so I don't know if I don't know. There's a lot of different moving parts to that that'll make it much more messy. That I think than even Ukraine if China makes that move.
Nobody gave a shit about Ukraine 5 years ago, you know?
No, 100% no.
One of the most corrupt
Ukraine,
countries on the planet, so on, yeah.
If Ukraine was in a headline, it was all negative before 2020, whatever.
No one on the planet besides anyone like, Ukraine or the surrounding countries could even point out their flag. But now and that was flag, YouTube. But now it's absolutely fucking everywhere. It's on people's Twitter profiles, for Christ's sake.
It really reminded me of how we spent the previous decade and a half or whatever vilifying the pharmaceutical companies for the opioid crisis. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden, the pharmaceutical companies are heaven sent because of global health issue trying to stave off YouTube here.
Yeah.
And then Ukraine, every story you saw, like you said, New York Times and elsewise, always talking about the level of corruption in the Ukrainian government and so on and so forth. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, they're righteous, rebels and resistance and this, that, and you're like, oh, Jesus, how the worm turns.
How that, a couple of weeks ago, Sin, do you remember that I had an article about, there was so many, fake Parmesan cheeses around. The real makers of it were putting microchips into the cheese to show that it was genuine. But now all of a sudden, everyone is rallying behind Big Parma.
No.
I think that deserves the Shrek, honestly. That was bad.
Hit me a week after that show going, God damn it, why didn't I say that?
Shit, there was something I was about to... Fuck, I
don't
remember.
Were you going to ask how I am?
Yeah, how are you?
Bullshit, mate. Terrible day.
Okay. Ham and Bean says the only reason the U.S. cares about Ukraine is because of the biolabs we run over there. And the money, the money that goes to the children of our high-ranking government officials. Don't forget about that.
And the wheat and grain output. That is also relatively important too.
Don't trust China. China is asshole.
That's true. It's very interesting because what is it? It's Romney's kid, Hunter Biden, and Pelosi's grandkid or something. All get fucking money from Ukraine. Nazis are bad unless they're Ukrainian, of course.
I'm thinking of that TV show that they did where they took the children of all the Disney villains and made a show out of it. When you say that,
that was a thing.
Oh yeah, they had it was like Corella,
amazing.
Corella Deville's son and like the evil queen's daughter, all that stuff. I forget what it was called.
Way.
Yeah, it was like I don't think it was called Wicked or it was like on ABC or whatever because it's all Disney stuff. But when you talk about like the children of all of our politicians like hanging out together doing shit, oh man.
Hey, Money says it was Descendants.
Yeah, that's it. Descendants.
C. Thomas, they should have ended China's civil war when we had the chance back in 45. But if we want to end the PRC today, attack the
Stop! You violated the law. It's been too long since I've seen a good draw. I'm just warming up, you pathetic worm. Remember the Emperor!
Attack their land, oil, and close every sea lane to that hellhole, that would literally collapse the world because China makes fucking everything.
Yeah, that'd be 2 steps away from actual nuclear conflict at that point.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up because we have some of that in the news in a bit. C. Thomas, or I'm sorry, I just read that. Steve Dave, is this what I think it is? Meh. Here's to the LASIK fund. Thank you, C. Thomas and Steve Dave. Arrest him, Officer Dave, for 12. All right, Limey. That was one too far. Fuck your monarchy. You're going down for that pun, punk.
What are you, fucking pun police? Bring it.
The pun lease? Blackout. Just got out of work. Just got out of work. Listen to my favorite show from last week, or the week before, where Sin was talking about his ball hammock undies. You said something about a quarter cup of water, and I agree with, oh yeah, wearing boxers and there's just water down there. It's fucking awful. It's awful. It's terrible. I hate boxers.
Oh, I'm much more boxers guy.
Nah, man, I got the ball hammock undies. I threw away every other pair of underwear I had. They just got tossed in the trash. There is no turning back for me.
Or the boxer briefs. I can go with those too.
Yeah, I fucked with the boxer briefs.
Yeah.
You threw them away. You just threw them in the trash. Is there maybe like a? I mean, would a thrift shop take underwear? Is that allowed?
Dude, my underwear were older than my
underwear?
children before I did this, so it wasn't.
But there's people out there with no undies, man. Like, presumably they'd be like, all right, what, fucking 1 cent for a pair of boxer shorts? I mean,
or use it as a rag to wash your car or something. At least try to recycle.
No, I don't want to get my car dirty.
That you clean. Never mind.
just shower.
Apparently, that's a thing.
Showering? Yeah, I know, right?
No.
Yeah, personal hygiene. Yeah, it's been around a little while. You might try it out.
Really, it took off with them, didn't it?
Apparently, it's a thing, and Shelly it confirmed this for me, and so did one of our friends. Men just don't wash their ass in the shower, I guess.
We've done this, dude. We've done this.
Speak for yourself. What?
Yeah. If anything, I spend too much time.
Yeah, Shelly told me about this. I'm like, there's no fucking way this is a thing. And she showed me the TikTok, and it had like 100,000 likes on it. I'm like, holy fuck, it's a thing.
No, I don't
think. Wait, you trust TikTok?
I think that's a lot of people sharing it through the sheer audacity of the post itself. You know, the incredulity of the idea that some people don't wash their ass. I mean, a lot of people do wash their ass, and most people wash their ass. You can tell because the world only stinks so much. I've got a special shower gel, Sin, that I only use on Saturday. It's some expensive shower gel. It comes out in foam form. It comes out as a liquid and then it turns into foam. That's my special Saturday shower gel.
That's all shower gel. What do you just
I'm
use? Bars of soap?
lathered up like a sponge on a Saturday night, mate. I look fucking fantastic. I look the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
That is
fucking love this shit.
So you discovered body wash?
No. What? No. The rest of the week I use because I've got psoriasis, so I use a special non-shit shower gel, which is designed to moisturize shit skin. But on Saturday I go for the special stuff, and you best believe, mate, my ass gets lathered right up.
Okay.
How did I make it weird?
I've been using this stuff called Harry's body wash. You can only get it at like Walmart or Walgreens or something. But when I go, because I go to Walmart like once every financial quarter, I get like 5 things of it because it's amazing. It is absolutely amazing. It's the best smelling body wash I've ever had. If anyone's hip to it, you should be.
So what you're telling us is that you're decidedly not a person of Walmart.
I do my best to avoid it, honestly.
Okay.
But sometimes
only 4 times a year, you say.
Don't do that.
Sometimes you have to. You gotta brave the storm and go to Walmart. Oh, Target sells Harry's? Okay, cool. Now I don't have to go to Walmart anymore. Snarbs for 2. My ass gets lathered right up. Drunkle 2023.
Thank you.
Dr. Squatch. I don't know, man. I've tried many different body washes, but I think Harry's by far is my favorite so far.
Don't they do razors and things too? Or am I?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, just like men personal grooming stuff.
There used to be, and this is gonna be for the 3 people who have ever known this, and there's a lot of young people in the audience. When I was like 14 or 15, Axe made this body wash that was called like Arctic or Atlantic, something like that, something ice. I think it was called Arctic Blast, and it had these little menthol beads in it. You'd wash up, you'd wash your junk, and then it would just feel like ice on your balls. It was so soothing and cool.
A good minty fresh dick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought I remembered something recently in the news about Harry's because they started, or apparently were effectively pulling a Bud Light by working with a trans creator or something about something.
Honestly,
Something.
I like their product so
Yeah.
much, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, it fell off the. I was just thinking, I heard something in the news about Harry's recently. What was that? Oh yeah, they I don't know all the details, but yeah. Oh, I was partnering with a trans man. A trans man. That's what it was.
So when you could get that, I don't know. I mean, do they still do menthol shower gel now? As I said, I only use like one specific because my shit
Menthol.
skin, one specific kind of thing. But that stuff that was like, yeah, as you say, Arctic breeze or cool breeze or something like, you wash yourself and it smells like it feels like your butthole just smoked a menthol cigarette. Fucking revitalizing. That shit wakes you up in the morning, man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so blowing smoke up your ass takes a whole different meaning then.
Way blackout through $1 to streamnows.com/drunkenuncle says Drunkle, the type to floss the towel betwixt the cheeks.
Do you not?
No, I don't.
Okay, maybe it's just me then.
Hey, I mean, everyone's got their own way of drying, mate.
I like to get dry. I don't like it.
I mean, you like to get dry, don't you? Everyone's got their
Sinatra's got water down there. We already heard so.
There's cups and cups of water. And
It's about
Officer
a half
Dave
cup.
for the Ricky Spanish says, okay, you made me laugh with the minty fresh dick line, but I'm watching you. Just imagine I'm shaking a billy club towards you. I'm sorry, Officer Dave. My mistake. I won't do it again.
One of the things that Shelly and I have done a couple of times this year is we'll go camping.
Mm-hmm.
And it's something I've never really done. I've only been actual camping like twice, and they were both this year. So I bought a pack of dude wipes because, we go in the summer, it's hot, I want to freshen up, whatever. I got the mint ones. And I got to say, there's just something about that menthol thing that makes you feel more fresh, I guess.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's like the wet wipe version of drinking orange juice after brushing your teeth,
No, that's just awful. That's just purely awful.
Just feels cold. You feel a fresh breeze on you, and you're like, man, I'm a new person today.
No, thank you.
Yeah, no, that's just you on that one, buddy. I'll go as far as drinking ice water after brushing teeth, but yeah,
I'm just gonna get into it because you didn't ask why my day was so awful.
Okay.
I did text you earlier on. My computer shat itself again.
Yes, he did.
I did say okay, right, because I never had a reply from my friend. He just left me to it. So I just gave Sinatra a heads up. Go, look, I've just got the blue screen of death again. Do you know what it was? I had the Norton antivirus updated. It said reset it. I said, all right, Norton, you've been a good friend to me, and I pay you enough. I'm going to reset it. And as I did, my computer fucked up again. Sinatra, do you remember last week after one of the shows, my computer asked to update for a Windows update? I went, oh god, this is going to fuck it up again, isn't it? But it was fine.
Yeah.
It turns out it's Norton that is doing it for the second time in 2 weeks.
Norton is such garbage, dude. I recommend Avast for antivirus.
Is top tier.
Avast is great.
Really?
Yeah, but only get the antivirus stuff. All their peripherals, their cleanup, and all this other stuff.
John Boy? If
I got NordVPN for my VPN.
Are we gonna die
Avast
here?
offers a
Darn
VPN.
fucking
It's not
tootin'.
nearly as good as like actual dedicated VPN service.
Well, this is the it's never happened before. I've had this computer for about 2, maybe 3, well, probably 3 years. Actually, closer to 4, I think. Well, lockdown. I bet we're during lockdown. How long ago was that?
3.
Last year and a half, 2 years ago.
Yeah, but how long was that?
Oh, 2 weeks. It was 2 weeks.
It was 14 days.
Yeah, it was 14 days. That was
I
it.
think it was 2 weeks.
Now, Norton is bloatware. It's bloatware, dude. As soon as your next subscription runs out or whatever, I'd zap it all from your computer. Avast runs a lot cleaner. It's
not been an issue at all. It's only, 2 weeks ago and today. And it's only upon the restart and everything like that. It was following an update. The problem is because I'd recently done a clean install of Windows, which I had to do because I couldn't access it even to get into like fucking safe mode or anything like that. I just could not load my computer. So I have to, gentlemen, at the end of this stream, please remind me, set up a restore point, because that'll save me a lot of fucking issues.
Okay.
So I had to fucking sit, and it was an hour and a half before my 7 p.m. GMT stream was due to start. Thankfully, this time, Sin, I knew what I was dealing with. So I was only 15 minutes late. But I still had to fucking go in, right, re-download Norton, re-download Discord, OBS, Streamlabs, OpenOffice, Stream Deck, fucking Google Chrome. Actually, Chrome was first, so I could download the rest. And then set everything back up. So my OBS right now is just a blank screen with my donations to Sinatra's donations on it. A total fucking hassle. Unluckiest day ever, because then I actually made it only 15 minutes late to my stream. I was playing Baldur's Gate, which of course is more D&D than ever. Worst game of my life. Couldn't hit anyone for anything.
Yeah.
It's just an unlucky day, man.
For you, maybe. I'm still feeling some luck.
It's just, I hope maybe I've transferred all of my luck over to you. I don't know, man, but today has been a terrible day. However, it is better because here I am on the AAA.
That's
true.
true.
Joby McJobison through $6.19 says, "Don't be filthy, menthol, you asshole." God damn it.
You know what make the day even better is that we've got 86 likes and 154 people watching, and it would be nice if those numbers evened out. And I mean, on the sense of the watching equates to the likes. That'd be
That's
nice.
the nicest way anyone's ever said that.
He's stealing my bit now.
Oh, sorry.
It's not even your bit, is it? It's you tell him Steve Dave who comes. He tells them, but that is the nicest way because normally they get called fuckers, they get called shitbags. Whereas Scribe
They get
comes in
shamed
with his
into it.
manners.
Okay, how do you okay, honestly, how do you guys treat your audience? What is this? Like I got mine set up and you know, everybody in my audience knows it's like Cheers. I've said it before. Everybody knows everybody. Everybody's there. My moderators never have to do anything because everybody's so friendly, nice, and just all positive and everything. You come in here and you call your audience fuckers?
Usually it's the same way here.
What?
No, the audience calls themselves fuckers.
They call themselves. You tell him Steve Dave comes in and he says, "Well, I've had a brilliant day, but you know what? What's not been brilliant? The like ratio. Press the button, fuckers." And it is I mean, Sinatra. That's pretty accurate, isn't it?
That's pretty good.
Do you know what I mean? It's not us. I mean, if you really want to ask how me and Sinatra treat our audience,
Hey, don't put us together in that. We treat them very differently.
we kind of act like they're not there.
Well, just for the sake of an experiment, I'd like to see if I can just by asking nicely if I can outshine my co-hosts and get everybody to hit the like button and see if we can jump it up to see we're at 100 now. So that's up from 85. So how about we get to?
That's pretty good.
Can we get to
Straight 100, I think.
120? Let's see if we can get 120 in the next 5 minutes.
He got the
everybody's watching. If we get to 120 in 5 minutes by 5 minutes after the hour, you think we can do that?
How dare you hit Scribe with the "be quiet, shut up"? He's being nice to you people.
He's being nice.
Who's telling me to be quiet?
It's my $5. It's the Mel Blanc screaming, "Be quiet." Shut up.
That one.
All right, let me run through these and we'll get into some schnews.
Download OBS just for the next week, Scribe.
Here, Scribe, I'll show you how it's done. Okay. All right, shitnips. The ratio blows harder than a prom queen at an inner city high school. Hit the like or else you'll get a herpes infection, fuckers.
That's it. That's what I was talking about.
And Steve Dave, when they get access to donations like this, Scribe, you got to be firm with these fucking dipshits. Damn, dude.
Oh, my God. So mean.
Wow, you got to be mean. They're not a chat, mate. They're animals.
See, I don't refer to them as animals. He does. I refer to them as the lovely chat.
You just call them money. They're just money to you.
Viper says we're abused spouses. I was thinking like, yeah, gosh, you guys are just like Stockholm syndrome or something.
Again,
Everything's
this is
fine.
Drunkle that does this.
Oh, sure, yeah. It's all Drunkle's fault. Yeah.
Yeah, he would say that though. The man who wants me to shower me with wormy Slurpees, but never shells out to do so. That's right. You got called out, Gospel. Common Thomas through $2 says, I know how it is to be unlucky. I play German tanks in War Thunder. That's just not unlucky, is it? That's just poor choices, you idiot.
That's karma.
Yeah. You kind of got what you deserved on that one.
The Germans.
But, guys, we're going to get into some schnews, so please Smash the like button. See, this is
Where
how I
are we,
ask.
John boy? If
Is it
I
on?
had to guess, I'd say communist China. Are we gonna die here? Darn fucking tootin'.
You're really running for the niceness now, eh? Is that what you're doing?
This is what I'm just repeating my script.
No, you're not. It's a script. All right, I'm glad we can agree it's a script. Rotten Corpse through $5 says, when drinking Millie,
Yes.
needed an extra
Comma.
comma there. Try to avoid grey goose and wild turkey. You don't want your night to run afoul. Oh,
Those are
that,
two of my.
that was all right. Come on.
Those are two of my favorite ones.
Two of your favourite ones.
Yeah, drinks. I like the Grey Goose and I like the Wild Turk.
Yeah, they're two of your favourite drinks, but you say two of your favourite ones.
Well,
You
because
didn't
they're
say
different
that's one
types.
of my
Wild
favourite
Turkey is
goos.
bourbon. Grey Goose is vodka.
When was the last time you did a speakeasy?
Long. It's been very long. I have had
Yeah.
no time to sit down and record.
Okay.
We're not at liberty to say, you understand?
It's been like 2 months. I think I've
At least,
neglected
yeah.
that.
I was trying to think of the
Yeah.
last time. I mean, I could always blame it on YouTube just not notifying me of something, but I was thinking, God, when was the last time? you did one
No,
of those? Yeah.
I have neglected that and the creepypasta channel very, very badly.
Mm.
I'm trying to fit everything into a new schedule. And I've been trying to do, and honestly, this might sound callous, and I'm sorry if it does. I've been trying to do more monetized content because I am trying to save up to get LASIK and do all that shit.
Oh, sure.
Are you trying to save up to get LASIK?
The stuff with my mom set me back. Even with Luna's generosity, I still got set back many thousands of dollars. So I'm trying to make up for that, pay off the credit card, do all that stuff.
Oh, on your own channel.
What if you
And-
did a speakeasy creepypasta that was both a story and had recipes in there?
Of the summer.
Like a bartender that's like doing stuff.
That's not a bad call. It's not bad.
You could cross over and post it on both channels and like have a crossover event.
Oh, I'll write that down. That's not a bad idea.
It's the only kind I have.
But yeah, with all that, and it might sound callous because I know people enjoy the creepypasta. I know they enjoy the speakeasy, but I'm really trying to pump up the monetized stuff because that I'm in a real fucking shithole with money right now, so I'm trying to earn as much as I can. Shiru for 13. You asked for it, Drunkle. Here you go, you bastard.
Yeah, well, all right. Money where your mouth is, mate. Money where the worm goes.
Only need 7 more likes to 120, guys. Only 7. Lucky number 7.
I mean, I did just see the Undead Kaiser says, I will pay the audience $500 million to get the like version.
Stop!
300
You
likes.
violated the law. It's been too long since I've seen a good draw. I'm just warming up. You pathetic worm! Remember the Emperor!
Question for all. Do you know what a KEI truck is? It's a mini truck, and if I buy one, I'll be the American Jeremy Clarkson lookalike, and I'll take my money. No clue what that is, but okay. Thank you, Blackout. I appreciate the 12.
You know who Jeremy Clarkson is, though, yeah?
Yes, I know
Yeah.
who Jeremy Clarkson.
Oh,
He's been
good,
on
good.
my
Right.
recommended Twitter follow thing for like a year.
Has he
now.
really?
It's
he
Jeremy
probably follows you.
Clarkson. Huh?
I mean, everyone does. Why not, you know?
It's Kia. It's not spelled Kia, unless Blackout just spelled it wrong. And Rotten Corpse. Okay, I missed a comma. I'm not an English major. You should have had, probably should have had Scribe proofread it. That's true. That is true.
me English major, me use words good.
That's true. Scribe does, in fact, use words good.
Yes, he's very erudite's not the word, is it? What's the word for when you use words good?
Elocution?
Proficient.
Smarts.
Verbose?
Oh, that's the word I was looking for. Thank you.
Well, that just means you talk a lot. It doesn't necessarily speak
Oh,
to the
well, I'm
quality of the
verbose.
speech.
Prolific pontificator.
That also doesn't speak to quality.
Extraordinary orator.
Prolific just means you do it a lot. Like if you're a prolific masturbator, it just means you do it a lot.
Proficient
No, you-
masturbator means you really
Okay,
good.
Proficient is
prolific.
different. Yeah, prolific,
Prolific
is
proficient pontificator.
there you go.
I mean, prolific proficient means you're good a lot.
Yes.
Okay, let's get into the news, guys.
That has been
News,
the vocabulary lesson for the day, everyone. Congratulations. Welcome to the vocabulary lesson of the day at the AAA meeting.
Please, the AAA meeting, the vocabulary meeting between the vowels.
Vocabulary.
Vocabulary.
Guys, please smash that like button, share it out on your social medias, and should you feel so inclined, please consider hitting up that Streamlabs. It is greatly appreciated, as I just went on at nauseum. We have evolutions for Scribe if you want to see what those are. And I'm still banking on one day Drunkle seeing that fucking insane 501 donation. Because
I mean, if we're talking Drunkle, mate, I'm pretty sure I need a new fucking SSD.
How much is needed for me to evolve?
it'd be anything 25 and up.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go, guys. If you want to see me
25.
change and transform, 25
And
bucks.
I'm very proud of what I picked out. I think you'll like it too.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, let's get into this.
You've only got fucking 4 more streams to see it, people, so get it in early.
Orangutan launches possum. They spelled possum wrong.
Can
Out
we
of
see it?
enclosure at zoo. I am sharing to you.
Oh, sorry. Can I see it? Yes.
I am
yes, can.
sharing. Yes. Get rid of that 5001 and the 101. I will do no such thing. And I was thinking on this earlier today as I was making these. If somebody hits a donation that is like the 50 or the 100, where it's like different denominations of 25, you can pick that many out of evolutions, if that makes sense. Anyway, orangutan launches possum out of enclosure at zoo. They spell possum wrong. Horrified visitors scream. Look at the fucking.
Is that his-
No, it's O-P, isn't it, Scribe? O-P-O-S-S-U-M?
Well, that's opossum.
Yeah, that's what it, that's.
Yeah, that's. I don't know if both are acceptable or not. I am not that familiar with the correct
Is
or
it-
acceptable
Well,
spelling.
when
So wait.
when it begins with an O, how would you pronounce it?
A
Possum.
possum. You get the O is sort of like it's a mild O. It's like a possum.
But it's
Yeah.
just possum. Otherwise, is it?
It can be.
possum or possum?
Everybody knows what you're saying. Anyway, so this
I
orangutan
always
is
thought
playing
they were
King
different
Kong.
breeds.
He's playing King Kong on this tower and throwing off a possum. That's not
Yeah. Yes, it is. Look,
Would it be an opossum
Mm-hmm.
as opposed to a possum? Oh, Jesus Christ!
Poor little guy. Is he okay?
Holy shit!
How fucking.
If I'm really as evil
Now
as
we
you
just
say
need
I
both
am,
of those to
Hold
then
turn
on.
to
let
cut.
God strike me down where I stand. Ha! Nice try, jackass. Next time, give it your
Give it your A
game.
game. Steve Dave, yeah, I pre-gamed on Wild Turkey tonight. Change that Scribe.
Hey,
Lightly, though.
boys,
Oh my god.
look what I got here. Hey, where
Hey,
the
where
white
are the
women
white
at?
women at? All right, let's see Scribe's next form. Okay, are you ready, Scribe? You're about to get 2 in 1.
I'm transforming.
He is indeed. Are you ready?
I love your
Dog cat
transforming
fox.
noises. Oh, he's the dog cat fox.
He gets turned into a dog cat fox. That's his next.
Hey, Kung Fu Dog Cat Fox.
Get off the bar.
Do
Okay.
you like that Dog Cat Fox?
Yeah, I did, actually. Yeah, but I got one more for you. I got one more.
Uh oh. Okay.
Just a straight up lighthouse.
This isn't even. Oh, was it? We get this final form now?
Yeah,
Was he in
you-
the... Oh, Scribe in the house. All right. Okay.
Jeez. Oh my god.
He just turns into a straight up lighthouse.
I'm the worst Pokemon ever.
All the strongest.
That's true. Thank you, Steve Dave and Daryl O. All right, let's see Scribe's next form. There you go. Bang and bang.
Yeah.
Scribe Lighthouse, I choose you.
I thought that was pretty
Use
good.
blinding light.
A beacon of good content.
Mm-hmm.
Can we see this video one more time? Because, like,
Yeah. Oh,
I mean,
yeah. Absolutely.
I don't think they should have used the word launch. They actually, unironically, should have used the word yeet.
Yeet. Yeah, because yeet is the exact word. And guys, thank you very much. You can still evolve Drunkle, and you do
Or
if he sees the 501, my day is that much better.
Yeah.
And we get a song. We get a song.
We get a song. No. That was a woman made that noise, right? That wasn't.
See, we need an orangutan and a possum kaiju fighting each other now. Like that'd be great.
I think we have. We know who wins. How does the possum get up there?
Yeah, it climbs.
Look at him. He's like, motherfucker.
Are
Up in
they
my house.
Are they proficient climbers? Possums?
I believe
Yeah.
so. Yeah, they can climb trees and things.
As much as an orangutan?
Do that.
Well, in this case, I don't think the orangutan carried him up there. I guess that's possible, but
Don't
Possible.
be racist. I am a lighthouse.
Sid, please, one more time.
Okay, yeah, I think we could watch this on a loop, and that would be the entire show, honestly.
yeah, pretty much.
Oh my god!
Slow motion.
That looks like a raccoon, not a possum.
Actually, it really, because that tail's furry, isn't it? Whereas a possum is like a gigantic rat.
It's a rat tail.
I love, mate, I would happily keep a possum as a pet.
Orangutan for $1. Play dead from this fucker. If people can be heard screaming, "Oh my god!" A possum.
I said, actually, raccoons are like terrific climbers. Because, Sin, if you remember, we saw them.
I've had
on
them in
an
my
article ages
attic.
ago.
I
They
know.
They were scaling the side of a fucking building. But a possum, I don't see doing it, whereas a raccoon, certainly. And that had a furry tail.
Somebody said, "Bloody hell, that was an Olympic level discus throw." C. Thomas, I guess Scribe is now the brightest bulb here. Also, yeah, that possum is from the Yeetus Deletus genus. Okay, just one more time.
Oh,
I
just
like a
one
possum.
more time.
They're cute. They eat ticks. They're immune to rabies. They're brilliant creatures.
They are. Unless Eve sees one of them, then I have to hose down an area in my
thankfully we're
backyard.
not streaming with Eve, so it's fine, isn't it?
Did I tell you guys that story?
About the time she ate a possum.
I wouldn't
I
call
mean,
it.
you don't have a dog. You have a bear.
I wouldn't call it ate. I had to clean areas of my backyard with a hose because it looked like an animal exploded.
Yeah.
God.
I caught her and she was sitting in the backyard with we had a family of them. She dug like 3 feet down, got them all. And she had the last one and she was just tossing it up in the air and catching it and tossing it up in the air and catching it.
Man, a whole bloodline wiped out.
It was a fucking entire, family tree.
They'll be back and in greater numbers.
Splat.
One more.
I think that is blatantly a raccoon and it's gonna be fine.
They're like cats. They land on their feet.
They genuinely do though.
Sure they do.
So this just made me laugh super hard. What will your position be after communism is achieved? An art teacher. I'd love to teach media arts as a new way of viewing visual media that doesn't really fit education system currently. There's often correlation between incredibly good media and real world events. So some kind of art relation to world events class would be neat. You've been chosen to pick fruit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Mm.
Sorry.
All these people think they're gonna be lawmakers and poets
Well, in this
and
case, art
artists.
teachers. Yeah.
Also, your art is subversive to the state, so now you're going to be executed.
Any society that pays poets, I don't want to be a part of. Poets are supposed to be poor. That's where the art comes from.
Exactly. Could you imagine if Tupac was born rich? We'd have none of those great tunes.
We would have no 2-pack, would we? 2 million pack? Fuck off.
Yeah, you're going to be a ditch digger. Shut up. But you brought this up earlier. Dylan Mulvaney floats the idea of a Super Bowl beer ad. It would be epic. I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, it would be epic of a kind, sure. What kind of ad for Bud Light?
God.
I mean, I would love to see the fallout of this. Like, I'm saying do it, Dylan. Because I want to see what happens.
Oh, it's not Dylan's choice. I mean, unless that's what we're talking about. If it's Bud Light would have to authorize it. But yeah, if Dylan just had a Super Bowl beer ad, yeah. Actually, Dylan should start her own beer brand.
Dylan Mulbeervy? No, it doesn't work.
Weaker than water?
Beer Mulvaney? That's better.
Oh, beer Mulvaney. Oh, that's good.
Quote, maybe it'd be epic in like 10 years if I got to do a beer commercial for the Super Bowl. Dylan has been going around just trashing Bud Light since they dropped her.
Well, the thing
nothing
is,
to lose.
As you have shown quite extensively on this show, on exclusively Friday, Sinatra, is that all Dylan has ever wanted to be was to be famous, and not for, famous for being an actor, an art, even a goddamn poet. Dylan just wants to be famous for being famous, and this is playing right into this upstanding member of society's court right here. Because since getting the deal with Bud Light, and then now this upstanding member of society can go around trashing Bud Light, which continues to put them in the public eye, which is exactly what this upstanding member of society wants.
Well, yeah, because Dylan has a very brief shelf life, no pun intended, to beer, because if he doesn't keep himself in the spotlight, right, his addiction to attention and fame and everything else riles up. So my wonderment is, my sort of gallows humor wonderment is when the one-trick pony of Dylan, the Bud Light spokesperson, fades out, what does Dylan do to get attention next? Like, how far will Dylan go?
Yeah.
After everybody's tired to regain that spot? Because I think Dylan has peaked between getting to interview Joe Biden for some who knows reason, and then the Bud Light thing. Dylan's a punchline.
Well, I mean, Dylan is currently the upstanding member of society of the moment. So it is, especially when it comes to the Biden administration. Very
guys, we are on YouTube, so we have to call Dylan a she.
I have said nothing but upstanding member of society.
I've wavered between each. I apologize.
For the record, if any YouTube moderators are listening, Dylan is a woman that was Scribe Light.
Yeah,
that was Drunken Uncle. You should ban both of them immediately.
I say upstanding member of society. It's Scribe Light, youtube.com @Scribe Light.
Oh, Jesus.
Right now. That's right. I've got it tattooed on my forearm. But it is.
It's got a QR code right on his phone.
Especially with the Biden administration, dare I say, trying to, get with the kids. This is exactly the Biden administration's form, to be interviewed by someone who is famous for being famous.
Yeah, no, that pretty much about nails it, honestly.
And unfortunately, there's too many people like that as well. This isn't even nepotism. Like, nepotism is actually better than this. This is just someone who just said, I want to be famous. I mean, please don't play the fucking Price is Right clip again, because that was awful.
That was fucking hilarious. Stop it.
But this is like the lengths that this upstanding member of society has gone through to actually say, what do you mean, thank you? I've always said that. To say now, I want to be famous. Right, what's my next step? I'm a girl. Not a woman. A girl.
Oh my God. Vegans are all in my fucking Twitter mentions again. I
would prefer vegans right now. Actually, through $1, said Dylan isn't a punchline. She has a punchline. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Jesus.
Oh,
Jeebus. Pinky's in the shit. Pinky is in the chat shilling her thing after this. You want to post the information and I will replace the pin momentarily so you can have that for after the show.
Pinky's birthday, isn't it?
I will most likely be there for a little bit. My Sin and I have a little bit of a date night plan tonight if everything goes according to plan. So yeah, if you want to post that, I'll pin that so people can head over there.
Happy birthday, Pinky. We love you, baby.
Guys, we are about 25% to goal. If you want to smash that like button and help us get the rest of the way there. We have a lot of federal government news, and we're going to get to that soon. But first, we have to make fun of Hassan Piker because it's Friday.
Oh, great. Because it's Friday.
This is so insane. America deserved 9/11, dude. Fuck it. I'm saying it.
I just want to keep bringing this clip up as much as possible. And then he went on to his uncle's show and said, it's because English is my second language.
He didn't. When was? Is that
Yes,
what he did?
did.
Oh, for fuck's
English
sake.
is my second language. I don't say shit like that.
Let's see if I can find it.
Yeah. English is my second language.
Yeah. What? My first language is street.
No, I'm talking about Hassan.
It's bad English.
That's
No,
his,
what
that's
piece of
excuse.
shit? He knew what he was saying. And when did he say this? This week, Sin?
Oh, no, this was like a couple of months ago, but it is fucking hilarious. Yeah, he's like, English is my second language. I don't know. Fucking asshole. CIA bribed its analysis to say that COVID didn't originate in a Wuhan lab from a whistleblower. So this is, again, a whistleblower statement. So take it with a grain of salt, but it is certainly interesting.
Why is there any debate around this? We all know it came from a Wuhan lab.
No, it came from somebody eating a bat.
Yeah, the bat soup.
In a Wuhan
Somebody
lab.
ate a bat. It wasn't from a Dr. Fauci approved and funded biolab in fucking China and Ukraine. No.
No, I'm not. You can eat a bat and you don't get a new disease. You get a disease, but you don't get a fucking contagious airborne disease from eating a bat. I could eat a bat. I'll eat a bat right now.
Do you have a bat?
Ozzy Osbourne ate a bat.
He bit the head off one.
Yeah, he bit the head off one. He didn't eat it.
It was close enough.
Okay. If somebody hits the 501 on my Streamlabs right now, Drunkle will eat a bat live.
You didn't call it the fucking Black Sabbath disease, did you? No, it's fucking... We all know. Come on. Epstein didn't kill himself. Wuhan fucking made COVID.
Oh my God, you're trying to get this channel destroyed, aren't you?
I'm just getting this channel off the ground, man.
Upstanding member of society.
501 Drunkle Eats a Bat live on air.
I ain't got a camera.
Hey, it's Frank Zappa.
And you know what? He's about to drop some Zappa knowledge on our asses.
Zappa knowledge.
Train people to be ignorant with style. Schools train people to be ignorant with style. They give you the equipment that you need to be a functional ignoramus. American schools do not equip you to deal with things like logic. They don't give you the criteria by which to judge between good and bad in any medium or format. And they prepare you to be a usable victim for a military-industrial complex that needs manpower.
My bell is broken, but I would have only posted one fundraiser, but I was concentrating on work and couldn't get caught, or else the entire line gets penalized. I say more fundraiser shill, the merrier. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Keeverdam, for the 10.
Thanks, Keev. Appreciate it.
Much appreciated.
And be careful.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you're just smart enough.
If you get caught and get fired, you'll have more time to hang out with us, and you don't want that.
To do a job and just dumb enough to swallow what they feed you, you're going to be all right. But if you go beyond that, you're going to have these grave doubts that give you stomach problems, headaches, make you want to go out and do something else. So I believe that schools mechanically and very specifically try and breed out any hint of creative thought in the kids that are coming up.
So what's the alternative for the parent who would agree with you?
Well, remember that the school isn't the only place that a child gets educated. If you realize that the schools are doing damage, and I believe this, I believe that schools do a lot of damage to kids, then you should do what you can at home to help give them something to counteract what's happening.
And I think that's the part a lot of people lose, especially when they're in the age where you can just stick your kid in front of an iPad, in front of a phone, in front of a TV. Go, here, just watch this. I got shit to do. Now, you have to, like, talk to your kids about what they're doing in school.
You'd
Yeah.
have to.
And a lot of...
How long ago was this?
Oh, this has got to be...
The fuck is that? But
70s or 80s or something?
Yeah, late 60s, early 70s, maybe 80s.
Yeah, one of the problems is that teachers these days are behaving not as teachers but as gurus, and they see the children as their children. Parents are a secondary consideration, and a lot of parents are being encouraged to abrogate their responsibilities as parents to teachers and leave.
As caregivers. As opposed to teachers, do you know what I mean? Parents, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to butt in. As opposed to them being teachers, but also being treated as caregivers and babysitters as well.
Well, I mean, the babysitters thing is one thing, but teachers see themselves a lot, and they're also encouraged to see themselves as life guides, as
the moral arbiters of children.
Moral arbiters, the instructors of correct thinking, and so on. Teaching kids what to think rather than how to think is how it goes.
Yes, yeah,
and
totally agree.
And when you listen to, and I've at this point I've listened to countless teacher presentations and panel discussions and things, and when they start talking about what gets them going and everything else, what they care about, it's never about working in concert with parents. It's all about molding children into becoming change makers or activists or world changers or something. Parents almost never come up in the conversation, and if they do, it's an afterthought at best. And I've seen many, many times parents being all happy and everything else. It's like, oh yes, I mean, I don't know how to raise my child the best way, so I just give it over to the teacher. It's really, really, really creepy, and it's really detrimental to the children and to, well, the family unit when you're basically saying, okay, and we're seeing this right now with all these instances and these laws in California and elsewise. They're saying like, well, if a kid says something to a teacher about their gender identity, we're going to keep that from the parents. Like that is so insane.
It's mind-boggling that they think they can just butt in and take the responsibility of raising children from the parents because they might not agree with the fad that they're in right now.
Mm-hmm.
But then all of this coming from Frank Zappa, a man who looks like he was in the World Cup England team 1969 in video quality that looks like it's from the 80s, wearing a moustache that is clearly from the 70s. And yet it is still very, very much clear today that what he's saying is 100% on the money.
It is absolutely on the money. Like, listen to anything from Carlin before he died. He was nailing it, dude.
Well, some things are universal truths that always remain the same no matter how much things change. I mean, if Zappa saw how schools are operating today, like if the Zappa we're seeing right now knew what schools are doing now, his head would explode. I mean,
so in other words, you would say same as it ever was?
Same as it ever was.
Same as it ever was. I mean, the days go by where the water.
I am a building.
Happening to them at school.
You mean encourage creativity?
Encourage them to read things other than what the school gives them. Encourage them to watch things on television other than cartoons, because I don't believe that television is all bad, and some things that are on are very useful. And give them some support. Let them feel that you as a parent want them to be smart, not just to be successful, not just to be a nice little person. That you want them to develop their thinking apparatus.
Yeah. He ain't wrong.
I'll retweet this if anyone wants to go take a look at it, but Zappa just nailing it right there.
He is not wrong.
Not at all. Absolutely not.
What a head of hair. My God.
And the mustache. Legendary.
You know, you can't ignore it, can you?
Lunas is based. Indeed, he was most certainly based.
He could have been based in porn. Look at that mustache.
But activists are occupying Speaker McCarthy's office, demanding a 5-year reauthorization of PREFAR? It's some gender shit.
Oh, right. You're going around wearing a t-shirt that says HIV, are you, mate? That ain't a good look.
It just looks
insurrection sign, isn't it?
It looks very insurrection-y to me.
So they
it's not
also the views of voters, the American
people.
Is that not storming?
It's storming an office, at least.
Is that not? Would that not be? Is it? I mean, I'm assuming everyone here is going to get arrested and fucking processed over the course of what, fucking 2 years.
No, they all got let go.
They all got let go.
Teachers being moral arbiters isn't a these days thing. I remember getting my wrist smacked every time I used my left hand because lefties are possessed by demons.
Yes.
Holy shit, how fucking old are you, GTA?
The left hand path.
Right we are, son. Fucking remember that. And actually, threw $1, said, holy fook, did his best Ozzy Osbourne impression outdoors. No lab. Hey, my channel, mate. Carry on.
Remember, Drunkle will eat a live bat. And I think if anybody hit the 501, that's you're getting Stream Boss right there. Olga's been sitting as Stream Boss for like a month. You can dethrone the reigning literal queen right now.
The literal queen.
But Syria is demanding the UN hold Washington/US accountable for oil theft operations. That's going to be interesting how this plays out. Because, we illegally occupied a country and stole all the natural resources for years. So we'll see how this plays out. Yeah. They are looking for 87.7 billion in reparations, I guess would be the right word.
The thing is, like, they can get it as well. Because
shit. Pinky, I'm sorry. Can you repost it and I'll pin it? I completely forgot. I got kind of caught up in the news.
Syria's going, we want this money. And America's going like, well, we ain't going to give you that money. And they go, well, you gave it to Ukraine. And America's going to go, yeah, all right.
Well, no. So what I was about to say is that the only way Syria's going to get this money is if Putin decides to invade Syria.
That's true.
Then maybe, but otherwise not.
Is it a bit far?
A little bit. It's a smidge.
Just a touch.
Just a bit,
but I thought that was awfully audacious to come out and go, hey, you owe us $100 fucking billion because of that illegal war. It's like, yeah, but damn, you couldn't ask nicer.
I mean, let's be honest, man. Your country's fucking giving out money like a grandmother would give out sweets on a weekend at the moment. Do you know what I mean?
Specifically, just to one country.
I'm thinking about asking America for some money because I think I'll get it.
And get Russia to invade you, and you probably will.
No,
I dare say they already have.
Okay.
What?
All right.
America, give me some money.
Scribe, we talked about this a little bit Wednesday. I have not watched this video. I have no knowledge of this. I saved it so you could cue me in.
Yes. All the examples
Shut up,
I can add a little more volume.
As much as you can, mate. Thank you.
Crimes. Kids shooting at other kids, shooting from cars. So what's the value of the civil order? Why not just do better law enforcement?
Both. The value of the order is that it gives me three things. One, it says it's a statewide issue and it's a message to everyone to start leveraging their resources and arresting people. Two, the jurisdictions come at this, including with the DOJ restrictions, differently, without the leveraging and the additional resources, arresting, and where do they go? We got to make sure that everyone is bumping up their services. It's a message to the Metropolitan Detention Center. It's a message to the HMOs. You better figure out treatment. We have been sort of stalled out, to your point. This order basically says, stop stalling out, and to your point, just arrest everyone. Well, I also have to have the ability, I can't arrest everyone. There are literally too many people to arrest. This would allow...
It's not that arresting everybody is morally bad or the wrong thing to do. It's just there's too many people here to arrest.
Yeah.
I'm getting major vibes of... It's not just the way she's acting, of course, but the way her hair and the way she's dressed screams to me, I'm only giving you a 5% tip because the service wasn't all that good.
Yeah.
If someone's got a concealed carry permit in Albuquerque walking down a public street, they're not going to get arrested.
I can make the point that maybe they should be. And this is the point. I'm willing to do anything and everything within a shred of evidence-based effort. Because if you're not horrified that on any street corner...
Okay, so this is just purely a gun thing, isn't it?
Yes.
This
is about effectively usurping the Second Amendment in the state.
She
I'm missing
wants
the
to
schema here,
arrest
though.
people who are legally carrying their guns.
Yes, if you
Who
even
is
if you're
this
concealed
woman?
carry. This is the
Who is
governor
this?
of New Mexico, is
New
it?
Mexico.
Yeah, New Mexico.
New Mexico, and her argument here is she wants to revoke the Second Amendment.
Effectively,
The legal
yes.
concealed carry, yeah.
Yeah.
Under what premise?
Get guns off the street and reduce gun violence.
Oh, so it's just a reduced gun? Okay, all right.
Yeah.
In New Mexico.
What
Yeah.
are
You
the
need guns more than anywhere else.
what are the gun violence rates of New Mexico?
I mean, there was a whole show set there, wasn't there?
Breaking Bad. Yeah, she's watched too much Breaking Bad.
Huh. So, actively advocating for the obstruction, if not outright defiance, of the Constitution because guns bad?
Is she? I mean, I obviously I ask this because I don't know. I don't know who this woman is, but normally what we've seen since COVID and lockdown and such is that these things will be done under the premise of a health emergency.
Well, that does seem to be. Well, we covered it either last week or the week before. They made a national emergency for climate change, a health emergency for this.
Yeah.
So it would take nothing for her to go around and say we have a gun statewide emergency.
Exactly. Emergencies are the way that the government are taking away your rights.
It's just interesting to me that the federal government is not stepping in on this, but they jumped all over the repeal of Roe v. Wade, which was a judicial decision based on the case.
Now,
but an actual amendment right, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask, because you've got the Constitution that is countrywide, right? That is
that is federal.
Dare I say federal, right? Yeah, there you go. Whereas Roe versus Wade and the right to reproduction is not. That is since it's been repealed is now state by state, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes.
Abortion is not actually enshrined within the Constitution.
No, it's not.
So what she's trying to do here is overturn a constitutional right, which is a country-wide right, but for her state alone. So how is that not seen as succession?
Well, okay, so you mean secession?
Yes.
Because Succession is a really great show.
I'm looking at the woman. I thought suck. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, first off, just for edification's sake, a judge has blocked her declaration for the time being.
Ooh, very good.
Yeah, so from the AP, judge blocks suspension of right to carry firearms in public, citing against New Mexico governor.
Yeah.
Federal judges blocked part of a public health order, which is also very creative. There's a lot of creative legal stretching of things lately between the Biden administration trying to stretch the law in order to forgive student debt into now the New Mexico governor calling a public health order for gun violence and so on. Let's see. Suspend the right to the ruling Wednesday by U.S. District Judge David Urias marks a setback for Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham. The second-term governor imposed an emergency public health order Friday that suspended the right to openly carry or conceal guns in public places based on a statistical threshold for violent crime that applied only to Albuquerque and the surrounding area. So she extrapolated from one town's statistics to cover the whole state in her order.
Where Breaking Bad was set, weirdly. So how long until she is up for re-election?
And
is this the platform that she, even if she sat there going like, I know this is going to get overturned because it is against the Constitution, but here I am, I'm making noise, I'm rocking the boat, I'm letting everyone know that I'm here, so they will vote for me again.
2026 is the next government.
So she's got some time.
Yeah, she's got a business. She's not going to votes.
It's close enough.
I put a story in the Discord chat, Sinatra. That's interesting. Interesting addition to this.
Ours?
Yeah.
Yes.
Apologies, Joe. I genuinely don't know these things. I'm not saying them so that there's a punchline coming up or anything. I genuinely don't know what's going on with this.
I don't see the chat.
In the host corner?
Oh, host corner. Okay, hold on.
Yes. Not the chat. Sorry, the Discord chat. For Discord.
Host chat. There we go.
Yeah.
No? Damn, Scribe uses fucking Discord better than I do. I don't see host corner anywhere.
He
I see host
He knows
chat, and
how
the
to
last
work
one is
things, but-
Valine Spiderbite.
You don't see the shit he does with StreamYards. It's incredible.
Maybe I don't know why you're not seeing it, but anyway, host here. I'll put it in the chat then if you can't get.
Yeah,
it
put it in chat.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh, that chat. Okay, hold on.
Did you
I'll
find
look
it?
over at Discord? Yeah.
Okay.
New Mexico governor silent on Hunter Biden illegal gun charges while trying to ban legal gun owners from carrying. Oh, shocking. Absolutely shocking.
Yeah, I thought that was funny.
Holy shit, Scribe, that's amazing.
Like, oh yeah, well, hey, what do you think about this? I got nothing to say because that's my
Interesting.
party. That's my president.
Federal gun crime.
Exactly.
Silent. Legal gun ownership. Angry NPC face. Oh, delicious. Absolutely delicious. Guys, we are 1/4 or 1/3 of the way to goal. Smash that like, share it out, etc., etc. Evolve Drunkle, Sombrero, Turnip, 501, features Drunkle, blah, blah, blah. Let's keep moving.
I'm a building.
And he's racist.
Damn it.
Millionaire CEO who said there
turnip.
needs to be higher. You will be a turnip, hopefully.
Yeah, I hope so.
If you guys want to make Drunkle a turnip, that's 25 to the slabs.
I
And don't
wanna
forget
be
to
a
support
turnip.
Drunkle Streamlabs. A millionaire CEO who said there needs to be higher unemployment to punish arrogant employees apologizes.
Oh, we apologized.
Have you seen this video?
No.
I saw the original. Yeah, saying like, yeah, we basically we need to make them remember who's the boss, effectively.
I mean, that's more or less what it is. I'm rich and they don't listen.
They are blessed to be working for us.
Moral, yeah, it's pretty much it. It's just elitism run amok.
Yeah.
What kind of business does this guy run?
I don't remember. It just says an Australian business executive.
Okay.
So I assume hunting spiders.
To be working for us. You assume spiders.
Yeah,
something to do with spiders.
Some rich schmuck, basically. Okay.
Yes,
He makes
literally
the
a rich
pouches
schmuck.
for kangaroos.
Here's something interesting.
23 past the hour, we are following breaking news. A verdict has just been reached in the trial of the 3 men charged in the plot to kidnap Michigan's Democratic Governor Gretchen Whitmer. Joining.
So you guys remember this, right? They arrested a bunch of people, said they were going to kidnap Gretchen Whitmer.
No.
One guy ended up being like homeless, and he was.
When was this?
This was what, 2 years ago? Early 2020.
Something like it was like wasn't it like in the. Yeah, it was just on the cusp of the election, wasn't it, or something? Or just after? Yeah.
Was she left or right?
Left.
Oh,
She
okay.
was. It was between election and insurrection. It was in there.
Right. Yeah.
And like
Very small window. Fair enough. Yeah.
Oh no, it was during the Summer of Love. All right. They were meeting in the bottom of a vacuum repair shop. Apparently, like 2 of the people arrested were homeless.
What the fuck is going on?
2 of the 5 people arrested were just homeless people. Anyway, look.
It's now NBC's Antonia Hilton. So, Antonia, good morning. What's the verdict?
Good morning, Jose. Well, these 3 men who were accused of being part of this 2020 plot to kidnap the Michigan governor, Gretchen Whitmer, have all been acquitted on all counts. Now,
interesting.
But some people have been convicted in this case, right?
I think the homeless people were, yeah.
And wasn't I keep remembering something about how someone or someone's involved in this group were government informants or something?
The FBI group who came up with this plot were reassigned to Washington, D.C. right before January 6th. His initial plan was to break into the Capitol after kidnapping Whitmer, from Ham and Beans in the chat.
I see that there's a lot of comments in the chat, right? A lot of people going, yes, yay, yay. Like, I think, look, hey, regardless of your stance on politics, left or right or anything, I hope we can all agree, kidnapping people, bad. However,
yes, kidnapping is
comment,
generally bad.
It's bad. But however, I've got to give props to Viper Sword, who says those glasses were a choice.
They
That's
were
my
absolutely.
night right there, Viper. Good work.
Yeah, it's federal agents investigated by the federal government got off federally free, which is again why tonight's stream goal is yeet the corrupt federal government. But yeah, no, they just scot-free, no issues, acquitted all charges.
These three men were part of this militia group, the Wolverine Watchmen, and they were accused by the government of being part of this plot, of taking part in drills and surveillance of Gretchen Whitmer's properties. But they have testified, two of the three testified, saying that they took part in these drills but did not know the plot until the very end. And they weren't some of the central players here. Some of those folks have already been convicted. They are facing up to and about 20 years in prison.
It's weird how we don't have any record of that, though.
That is the third time they played that same clip over and over.
It's just that clip on a loop.
I love how these guys clean themselves up for court. Like, one of them actually tied his hair back. Well played. You think if they were that homeless, they'd be happy to go to jail, wouldn't you? Fucking 3 meals.
Free room and board, yay!
3 hots and a cot. They're sitting pretty.
Fuck it.
How many governors can I kidnap?
Just go ahead and clip that for me, guys.
Just got to do it in the right state, though, haven't you?
I'll take that clip. Thank you very much. But we couldn't talk about the corrupt federal government without talking about this. Elon Musk shares steamy photo of Amber Heard dressed as Mercy from Overwatch. It was awesome. Have you seen the picture?
Whoa!
Yeah, all right, yeah.
Was that like before a personal outing together or something, or what?
I don't know, but it is awesome.
An inning and an outing and an inning and an outing.
Yeah, the funniest part about the Aquaman trailer that just dropped.
Real quick, hold on.
Oh, yeah, the Aquaman 2 trailer just dropped, and the opening narration says, "A lot of things have changed. I used to be unemployed. Now I'm a husband and a father." And throughout the entire trailer, except for a tiny 2 or 3 second bit of the trailer, you never see Amber Heard's character, even though she's conceivably both the wife and the mother of Aquaman's child. And I was like, when I saw that, I was like, okay, so wait, you go through all this and you mention you're a husband and a father, but you don't show the wife? And I'm like, hey, Aquaman, you're a husband and a father. Where's your wife? She's shitting the bed. You know, it's just like, oh, okay.
That is how I saw this photo. It's like, would you let someone shit in your bed to look if they look like this? So I was like,
you'd think about it, wouldn't you?
No, the crazy to hot ratio is too wide
it's
here.
true, but I get
look,
it.
I believe what Johnny Depp
man.
says. I believe everything Johnny Depp says.
Yeah.
But then sin.
You know who hasn't said anything about it?
Elon?
Yeah. Elon gets this. Johnny Depp gets poopy bed.
Poopy bed.
I mean, you just said it completely right. Would you let someone shit in your bed if they were as hot as this? Now, I'm not saying no, and I'm not saying yes. But what I am saying is I would take at least 15 seconds before I give you my answer to that question.
I'm just saying that, look, I believe everything Johnny Depp said, that she abused him, did all that shit. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Elon Musk has never made a claim. And Johnny Depp got poopy bed. Elon Musk got Mercy cosplay because he asked nicely.
Elon Musk was just like, fuck it, I got another bed to sleep in. I don't give a shit. I'll just go over to the other wing of my fucking mansion, which spans from equator to the other side of the equator.
There is a difference there. I don't know what it is, but
yeah,
it's worth thinking about.
Crazy vindictive and it just and high maintenance. These things do not equate, even if somebody's like super hot. Sorry, I've had not to be too braggadocious. I've had very attractive girlfriends in the past, and when you find out that they're crazy,
I've had girlfriends.
Oh, I know, yeah. I'm a man whore. Anyway, crazy to hot ratio. The hot is not worth the crazy. I'll tell you that.
Dude, the crazy is the best night you're ever gonna have.
No. Not the good crazy. I'm not talking about the good crazy. Good crazy is good crazy. I'm talking about not the good crazy. That is not worth putting up with.
So you guys have all seen the hot to crazy fucking chart, haven't you?
I'm not asking you to marry her, Scribe. We're not saying fucking take this woman as your wife. Just, you know, just an evening. You know, a little bit of dinner.
Mrs. Sin is in that. She's in the unicorn zone. 8+ hot, -3 crazy. You know, she's in that zone.
-3.
3 negative. 3 down.
That you saying she's not crazy? I beg to differ, sir.
Well, when she gets in one of her moods, that spikes up. It equals out.
Yeah.
But that is also when I make her sleep on the couch.
Yeah. Have you tried telling her to just calm down?
I have, and I also tell her she's being emotional.
That's when you slept on the couch.
Yeah, I go, you're emotional. Calm down. You're about to get your period. Relax.
Oh my God, man. I will come to your funeral the day you say that to Shelley.
Oh, I have.
Jesus
I absolutely
Christ.
have. You just got to train him right, man.
Oh, you are so sleeping on the couch tonight, mate.
Anyway, but Elon Musk, that while he had a good week as far as that goes, he had a not so good week, as we talked about last week, where he said, I beg to differ. I don't know how you put me on crazy at all, but okay, whatever you say. Elon says the request, we covered this last week, so context, Ukraine was going to launch a counteroffensive and bomb the only warm water port in Russia.
Yes. This was the Starlink story, was it not?
Yes.
That's right.
And Elon Musk refused because their entire plan hinged on them using Starlink to do it. Elon refused to turn it on for them to use. And now he is getting fucking bent over the barrel for it. Now listen to his comments. I love how you can't read. Sweetheart, it's adorable. Shut up.
You read that.
At the time this happened, the region...
Got to have some volume there,
I
babe.
hope so. Yeah. At the time this happened, the region around Crimea...
Sin, can I have a bit more sound?
Is it not good enough yet? Shit. Okay.
Well, no, his accent on top of it, though, mate. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Off. Now, the reason it was turned off was, actually originally was because the United States has sanctions against Russia, and we're not allowed to actually, and that includes Crimea in the sanctions.
I'm going to speed him up a little bit, if you guys don't mind.
No, please, yeah. That'll make it easier.
And we're not allowed to actually turn on connectivity to a sanctioned country without explicit government approval, which we did not have from the U.S. government. So basically, Ukraine didn't give us any advance warning or heads up or anything. But we just got the sort of urgent calls from the Ukrainian government saying that we needed to turn on Crimea. It's like in the middle of the night, basically. And we're like, what are you talking about? You know,
You up?
What's it for?
So basically what happened was Ukraine said you need to turn it on in Russia so we can coordinate this attack. And Musk, not only did he not do it, he gave them a reason because there is not embargo, but whatever word he just said, against Russia, so he cannot provide service as an American-based company.
Right.
I don't know why during that video I was leaning forward closer to my monitor so I could hear it. I'm wearing headphones. I don't know why I was doing. But I've been thinking about this since I think it was last week when you brought this up. I've been thinking about if I was in Elon Musk's shoes. If he turned on Starlink and then, you know, they absolutely decimated the Russian Navy, then he would have all of those people's lives on his hands. Like that blood is on his hands.
Well, that would be a legitimate reason to start World War III. You're
I mean,
breaking the embargo to activate a service so this country can attack me. That would be a legitimate reason to start World War III.
Talking across it from country lines, yes, certainly I agree with you, and you're 100% correct. But I'm thinking about it from his point of view, like as a person. Put myself in his shoes. If someone said, "Drunkle, all you got to do is press this button, and we can absolutely decimate all of these people sat in submarines right now," I would not be up for doing that. But then what happened? No, because I don't want that blood on my hands. Right? I don't want to be responsible for that many deaths. But then, of course, then they've said, hey, because you didn't do it, now you're responsible for this many deaths. He has been put in a position where he is damned if he does and damned if he doesn't.
I disagree. I think he is more damned if he does, because then it's, the start of the World War.
Well,
and if he doesn't do it, he just gets the ire of the... Let me finish. If he doesn't do it, he just gets the ire of the federal government, like we're going to get into.
The other thing
Sorry, Scrap, go on.
The other thing you got to remember is that if he, setting aside the moral aspect of which I'm sure was important to him, the other thing you have to remember is that if he engages in covert collusion with a federal government of a country where he's trying to run a company that conceivably will have global partners, and they're not going to know if they can trust this company to keep their secrets safe if they decide to let Starlink operate in their countries or over their space or whatever. He's got a lot more considerations just beyond the moral ones when it comes to working with any government for covert action.
Well, and this person brought up the point I was going to bring up anyway. He donated over $100 million worth of shit when the invasion started. He hired somebody personally to drive a fucking box truck full of Starlink so Ukraine could have internet access.
No shit. All right.
So he didn't turn on service, which was against United States federal law. It doesn't matter though, because the United States government is now just somehow magically right now forcing him to testify in X's chaotic environment. A U.S. regulator tells a court, I guarantee you this is going to be letting Trump back on the platform, and it's just an opportune moment to put him under the thing for not letting Ukraine launch that offensive.
Dude, I don't understand. What is the problem with not wanting mass death?
Do you want an actual answer?
Well, that wasn't a question.
Yeah, because I have an answer to it. What the only reason we're doing exactly what we're doing right now is because the government turns around, takes money from the military-industrial complex, BlackRock and Halliburton and all these things, as lobbyists. Therefore, they allocate money to Ukraine where they buy their weaponry from BlackRock and Halliburton and all that shit, and blah, blah, blah. And then, of course, 10% to the big guy. And as not only the stream goal states, but as we can see with our fucking eyeballs, the federal government we have right now is so corrupt from the top down that it's just a big fucking ancestral circle jerk. Money and power are what war is good for. So, of course, they're going to advocate and push for another war.
Well, also new technology.
Secondary.
What is it good for? New technology.
No, not anymore. We have not had any technological advances in wartime that we're aware of in like 20 years.
Because we haven't had a fucking proper fucking war. Like everything else has been like effectively, if you compare it to World War. Well, I mean, everyone likes a sequel. Don't get me wrong, but those were the big ones, weren't they? That's where the new technology really came from. Everything else has been, in retrospect, much of a skirmish in comparison.
The newest thing that we've come up with in the past 20 years is drones, and that technology has not changed at all.
See,
and
that
we had
is
no
what
problem
you know
using
of it.
drones.
How many times have we said on this stream, though, that the technology that we know of now is probably 20 years behind what the military are currently using?
If it existed, it would be in Ukraine. If it was in Ukraine, it would be sold on the market like we talked about. Only 30%.
Ukraine your good stuff. What are you? Yeah,
fuck yes, we are, because the good stuff is expensive, and that money gets brought right back.
Well, I mean, in which case then America's treating Ukraine as an investment, right? So whatever we give you, we're going to get back with interest. So if Ukraine has...
we're not. They are. We're not.
Well, I mean, you as America. With all the money and munitions that are being sent over, is seen as, hey, when you win, we're going to get it back with interest, right? So it's seen as an investment because war is the biggest business there has ever been.
I don't think you fully appreciate what the administration, the corrupt federal government, is doing right now. They have depleted their strategic ammo reserves to send to Ukraine. our strategic petroleum reserves to sell off to send money to Ukraine.
Okay.
Like, we are knocking ourselves down just so these certain people can get fucking rich from it.
So this is a certain people who are cashing in on, let's say, having stocks in Ukraine as a country.
Joe Biden, like a month ago, literally said that he was willing to commit a war crime, giving depleted uranium ammo to Ukraine just so they can buy it, I guess.
Yeah, the UK said that as well. I remember.
And that is an actual war crime.
This is what I'm saying is that the things just don't add up when we, because we've often spoke about, hey, Ukraine can't win because no matter how many guns you give them, they're gonna run out of people to hold them. Whereas Russia can actually just throw people at the situation and play attrition and just win inevitably throughout any given amount of time.
Ukraine has fallen into a state of total war. They're sending nurses and doctors to fight now.
So why so much money to Ukraine?
Because it comes back.
I'm begging you. Why so much money to Ukraine if it is a war that cannot be won?
Because it comes back. It comes back in the form of lobbying. It is
lobbying,
woke
yes,
distraction.
But lobbying is lobbying. But what they want, we've just agreed that what they want is money.
Oh, because the money is not coming from their pockets. The money is coming from us, the taxpayers. It's coming from loans that we take out on the market.
Everything that goes through, they're getting a little. Of course they are. Yeah, because all right. Okay, all right. Thank you. Yeah, appreciate that.
Sorry, I did not understand the question. And
no, that's cool. It's not an easy question to ask.
What were you going to say, Scribe?
Oh, I mean, the other advantage, of course, is the proxy war. Weakens Russia as a superpower against America's dominance over the long term. Russia keeps throwing its. I mean, the thing you have to remember is that.
I'm sorry. Did I say depleted uranium? I meant the cluster munitions. My bad.
Oh no, UK was depleted uranium.
So, something that isn't talked about much is, and it's a topic that's coming up in other countries too, is the rate of replacement for people in different countries. And Russia's birth rate has dropped significantly over the last few decades. And Russia is throwing their young men into a meat grinder. So literally, generations upon generations of possible future Russians are being lost at the same time this war is happening. So the longer that the war keeps up and the more people and material and money that Russia throws into this trying to keep up appearances or anything else, not only are they hurting themselves financially and economically for decades to go, but also they are risking literally losing enough population to justify being a world power in the first place for decades down the line. So there's a whole bunch of 4D chess advantages being pragmatic to keeping the war going as long as possible, including whatever corruption you can get out of it, but also for just the sort of the global politic of it and also the superpowers that be.
It's it is literally a no-win situation, and the only people who suffer are the ones who are the taxpayers.
Yeah. Well, I mean, also the soldiers, they're kind of.
Well, they are also the taxpayers, but we don't have soldiers on the ground yet. But I guarantee if things continue the way they are, if Biden or whatever front-running Democrat that is an RFK wins next year, we will have American boots on the ground in Ukraine by the summer after the election.
See, I disagree on that. It is not very America to actually have an all-out war with Russia, especially since since the Cold War. You guys you play chess. You did North Korea, South Korea. You fight wars with each other using other countries.
No, they've already called for boots on the ground.
Of course they fucking have, because it's all about fucking power, or this is what the people want and everything. But you just said yourself, it's about money and power. If they're actually not worried about America or Ukraine, they're worried about lining their own pockets. So which is
Well, that's the thing. It's not going to be Hunter Biden. It's not going to be Pelosi. It's not going to be anybody's kids. It's going to be American troops.
Well, if you actually get a leader who is genuine, and we're talking here, someone who is thinking America first, who is, I mean, God bless, someone who is thinking of America's best interest, then they are going to stay well the fuck away from any war with Russia.
And that would be the smart move. Their blood, our treasure. That's exactly how they see it. Do you think fucking Joe Biden or what's that dude's name from California?
Gavin Newsom.
Newsom. You think Newsom gives a shit about the average enlisted grunt? No way.
Oh no.
They would be more than willing to put their blood on the line if that means more money coming up to them.
These are the poets of the new communist era.
Exactly. But it's not just the government getting on X because Elon Musk didn't commit a war crime. The FAA now orders Musk to take 63 corrective actions on a Starship, keeping the rocket grounded. This is all in like 3 days.
What's the FAA?
Federal something.
Federal Aviation Administration.
So
this is going to be a health and safety thing, though, right?
Within 3 days. They went, we're going to investigate X. You won't turn on Starlink. Okay, we're going to investigate X, and we're going to investigate SpaceX.
No, man. I don't know. Like, the guy is launching rockets into space.
He is a private corporation outdoing NASA.
But I mean, what is it? Federal Aviation Administration. This is fucking the sky health and safety, making sure that no one on the ground is going to get hurt. The guy is launching rockets into space.
Elon Musk has successfully launched and landed, then reused a rocket.
And I've crossed a road 1 million times, mate. That doesn't mean I'm never going to get hit by a car. I'm just saying, man. I appreciate where you're coming from here, but when you're launching rockets into space, follow the fucking rules. And you got to have someone in here saying, "Are you following the rules, Mr. Musk?"
They didn't give a shit for like a decade until he said we're not gonna turn on Starlink.
Well, then, look, if he's following the rules, then nothing's going to come of it. And if he isn't, then something will come of it. It's not going to be an issue. I don't think these two are connected, mate.
Really?
Yeah, because he's launching rockets into space.
He has been launching rockets for a long time, and there was never an issue.
Again, that doesn't really... Scribe, what'd you say?
What are we talking about now? You guys are going all over the place.
So within a week... Within a week, Elon Musk refused to turn on Starlink, so they opened up 2 federal investigations against him.
Yeah, no, it sure smells retaliatory, doesn't it?
If it looks like a retaliatory and smells like a retaliatory.
Yeah. Has the FAA ever gone this deep in auditing SpaceX prior to this?
Mm-mm.
I mean, has there ever been a private corporation which launches rockets into space?
Yes, SpaceX for a long fucking time.
No,
for years.
Never been an issue.
SpaceX, this is the first private corporation which launches rockets into space.
Virgin Intergalactic or whatever, I think, has done a few things.
Oh, yeah. All right. Do you know what? You're right.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I think. I'm pretty
I don't
sure.
think that ever worked, though, did it? Virgin Richard Branson. I don't think it ever, dare I say, took off.
I don't know. To me, this just smells retaliatory. It smells like they're punishing him by not only making him jump through hoops, but trying to tie him up in as much legal red tape as possible.
Well, look, hey, if you want to try and stop a man who actually sends shit into space through bureaucracy, then I think you are the one out of this world right now.
Okay, this just caught my eye. Maybe because I'm fucking really hungry. McDonald's is selling 50-cent double cheeseburgers for National Cheeseburger Day. Wendy's is giving them out for a penny. When is this? What? September 18th. That is.
You get a penny cheeseburger?
Monday.
Bro,
guys,
cheese.
go get fat.
How soon can I get there?
I'm gonna leave this up for a second.
I'm looking at flights.
Do that. You'll save money. Take home a fucking suitcase full of cheeseburgers.
Money on the table, mate.
I'm going to go take a piss real quick. I'll leave you two in charge, guys. Smash that like button, share it out. Evolve Drunkle, 501, etc., etc. I'll be right back.
Corbin Thomas just threw $2 whole says it's very unlikely the FAA, Federal Aviation Administration, I believe, stuff is retaliatory, because career bureaucrats are very petty and will find the most minute and stupid roles to enforce with a vengeance.
Well, it's like getting audited by the IRS if you happen to speak out against the current administration or something. It's like, yeah, they have the legal power to do it, but why are they doing it now of all times? Yeah.
I understand, right? I mean, let's take it down here. Instead of him launching rockets into space, he is running a kitchen now, and what he's got here is a health and safety technician or inspector who comes in, who just doesn't fucking like him, and so he puts him through the goddamn ringer, making sure that everything is completely fucking fine. Okay, fucking fantastic, but that's a kitchen. But this guy is fucking shooting shit into space. In order for this to happen, it already has to be down to the minutiae. Perfect.
SpaceX perfect? But here's the thing.
Exploration, it has to be.
Yeah, I mean, if the FAA were going to audit or double check or triple check SpaceX for anything, my question would be, did they do so before Elon launched a car into the atmosphere? Because if you want to talk about something that's a little bizarre, possibly dangerous, depending on how it goes, for if it falls back to Earth and everything else. But for just all of a sudden, it's like, oh, now we're going to audit him. Like,
I disagree on that as well, because the amount of space junk that is out there. If you've actually seen what was it, fucking infrared or fucking radar or some shit, or I can't remember what it was, of the amount of shit that is currently orbiting our planet. It is ridiculous. We look like a fucking COVID spore.
Oh, I know. I know. But most of that stuff is pieces off of legitimately launched government projects and things like that. That's just kind of the.
But then who's to say, where something goes around, all of a sudden you're over Chinese airspace? You can't do anything about that because that shit's in orbit. Is that an invasion? What's likely here is the FAA
it is a
coming
treaty
in
that was signed a long time ago that there will be no space warfare.
There will be.
Yeah, until we get to the moon.
What's likely here is the FAA is coming in and just basically checking his accounts. I mean, let's be honest.
I wish I had your faith.
Yeah.
It's not even faith, mate, because that's actually where this place, SpaceX, can get fucked more than anything. It's space
They didn't have this issue when he was just putting
a
a car in space. They didn't have this issue when he was just launching, dozens, if not scores, of Starlink satellites. There was no issue there.
My rebuttal to that is, yes, they did, but this is the only time it's been reported.
Well, that'd be my question, is that, okay, is this unusual? Has the FAA audited SpaceX like this to any similar extent previously? And if the answer is yes, then okay, maybe it's just timing. If it's not, then yeah.
I'm just saying right now, Sinatra, how you've been about the mainstream media and how it comes to them whipping up a frenzy. I'm telling you right now, the FAA has been on his ass since day one. But today, or rather the other day, when this fucking article came out, is the day that it got reported.
There are no articles I can find right now on
Why
the
would
FAA
there be? Why would there
investigating
be?
Starlink or SpaceX before 8 days ago.
Why would there be? Because Elon Musk hadn't said no to fucking supporting Ukraine before that. Now, all of a sudden, Elon Musk is in the fucking media's bad books right now. Take that into account. Steve Dave threw $1, said, meanwhile, who federally stopped all those people from riding in a submarine made entirely of duct tape? No. Elon's the villain here. They made a submarine out of duct tape?
It doesn't matter. They fucking attacked the port anyway. they just did it.
Duct tape.
They attacked the port anyway. It's fine.
Is there nothing that material cannot do? Thank you, Steve Dave.
But, the fact is that Elon should have been more like Sean Penn. Because Sean Penn is the real moral arbiter of what's going on. Sean Penn says he gave Ukraine, he would give Ukraine his Oscars so they could be melted down into bullets and kill Russians.
Good for Sean Penn.
I mean, who got the golden bullet? That's the real winner here, isn't it?
But that's not all he said. He said that the Will Smith slap wouldn't have happened if the Oscars had let Zelensky talk.
Oh, that's worse. That's actually worse than melting down your Oscar to turn into bullets, isn't it?
He is such a Ukraine simp. It's not even funny.
He actually thinks that Will Smith's ego is smaller than the war on Ukraine. He's wrong. Will Smith has been at war with his wife for much longer than Ukraine and Russia, mate.
Imagine if Zelensky had jumped in between Will Smith and Chris Rock, like, no, there must be peace.
Yeah, right.
That would have been great. That would have been great.
Megyn Kelly grills Trump. I don't know who gave Fauci the commendation. He said. So in this interview we'll cover on Tuesday. We have Tucker Tuesday. We're gonna have Megan Tuesday.
We got Megan Tuesday as well.
We will have Megan Tuesday.
Not Megan Monday.
Beautiful.
God damn it.
Sorry, I mean that just makes you do 2 days in a row. Megan Monday, Tucker Tuesday.
Megan Monday.
We might have Megan Monday on Twitch.
Megan Monday.
What's Megan's surname?
Kelly.
Nah, you can't do anything with that. All right.
No.
And she said, and I cannot Monday after the fucking AAA, I guess.
You do it, mate. By all means, do it. Do it.
Not only did you not fire Fauci, millions of Republicans in particular, also Democrats, you made him a star. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to watch this Monday.
Not just a star, but like he was he reached sainthood, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Well, amongst some.
He made his own votive candles.
Yeah.
There was, yeah, he actually had his. Sorry, what candles?
Votive.
Is that what they're called? The Spanish saint candles?
Yeah. It's one word for him.
It was two.
That's the common. No, votive is one word.
No, but Spanish saint is two. Corbin Thomas threw $2. Said to answer your rhetorical question about duct tape. Oh, brilliant. Almost anything can be made from duct tape. My old scout troop once remade Mythbusters duct tape muzzle loader cannon. Out of duct tape? Jesus Christ. That's a lot of damage.
That's neat. That is pretty neat.
Thank you. That is awesome. Thank you, Corbin Thomas.
Okay, yes. Monday, post AAA.
Monday. Yeah.
I'm going to put this up to Sam Silent and to Ham and Beans to remind me that we're going to do this Monday on Twitch after the AAA.
Megan Monday.
Megan Monday. Safe and effective. Dr. Fauci now admits that the COVID vaccines may cause myocarditis.
Whoa.
That doesn't even say may. It says causes. There's no may. It just says causes.
I have the video for you.
Again, we have experience with this type of vaccine in billions of people. It's a safe vaccine. Of course, with the mRNA, there's a very, very, very low risk, particularly in young men, of getting a myocarditis.
Uh-oh. Oh, whoopsie poopsie.
What
One of Big Pharma's checks bounce, right?
What does Lefty Twitter say about this?
I have no idea. I have not been in touch with any real political Twitter lately.
It's probably nothing, isn't it? Because since he said the vaccine will stop you from catching COVID and masks do work, and then said, oh, no, it won't stop you from catching COVID and masks don't work. Probably a lot of ignorance on that side.
It's very much, very much. Yeah. We are getting into the titular articles, guys. This AAA stream number 391 is labeled Mr. Burns. We're going to get into that, so please... Yeah. Please smash that like button. Please share it out on your social media if you feel like supporting either of the hosts. Scribe does not have a Streamlabs, but Drunkles is listed down below if you feel like chucking him some money. If we can fill up the bar...
There's GoFundMe's pinned at the top of the chat as well.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. If you feel inclined to donate to me for some reason, please instead take a look at the fundraisers at the top of the chat. Thank you.
Or any of us.
Exactly. You threw me off my rhythm there. If we fill up the bar, we can get a song. If we get a club, we can get the new song. We are about 1/3 to the goal. Of course, you can evolve Drunkle, all that stuff. I'm just trying to set money aside to get my eyeballs. I'm trying to get new eyeballs. Biden skips official ceremonies, and I still want Drunkle to see the 501. I'm never going to let this. I am never going to let this go. You need to see the 501, Drunkle. It's amazing.
Bringing me into your
You're
shameless
in it
shitting.
already. You are in it.
I wish I wasn't. I wish I wasn't.
Too bad.
I don't want to be in it. It's nothing to do with me. I don't get. All right.
They refer to you as a expert in something, and you'll have to see.
Give me a cut.
I'll give you 5%.
I will take 5%.
Okay, Drunkle gets 5%.
5%.
Biden skips all of the official ceremonies at 9/11 memorial sites. Whoops.
Yeah, he was in Korea at the time, wasn't he?
Vietnam.
Vietnam, my mistake. Yeah.
So he just didn't
it was
attend.
One of the, yeah.
It was one of the what?
One of the. You don't. No, never mind.
No? Okay. That's probably for the best,
right,
honestly.
Yeah.
So he just skipped all the 9/11 ceremonies. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's perfectly fine.
Especially since he was there the day he was there the day of, so he's fine.
I'm sorry. I think my Discord cut out. Let's grab it.
What were you gonna say? Oh boy. Drunkle.
Okay. Sorry, did it cut out again? I'm sorry.
Yes.
Discord cuts out for me everything out now and again. I'm sorry. Even I got, as a Brit, got sent fucking 9/11 memorials that people had made that day as well. And they were beautifully made as well. Fucking every one of them. Raise a glass, mate, to all the fucking many brave men and women, absolute fucking heroes that died so others could live. I felt really bad because, of course, the 11th of September was Monday when I hosted. And it just didn't. I just didn't think to even fucking say
It's been 22 years, man. It's all right. 90% of the fucking YouTube audience wasn't even born then.
One of the biggest tragedies of my lifetime, mate. I mean, honestly, fucking lest we forget,
Yeah. CNN fact check attempts to discredit Biden impeachment query, but instead confirms its merit. And I'm going to read this out in full, and I quote. From CNN, claim Biden family and associates got $20 million through shell company. Quote, bank records show that nearly $20 million in payments were directed to the Biden family members and associates through various shell companies, McCarthy said. Facts first. The truth about Joe Biden's family and associates is there was no public evidence to date that the president personally received any of this money.
This is true about Joe Biden's family. See, this is we went through so many of these back on Lords of the Night during the Trump administration where they'd fact check everything.
This was your thing.
Yeah, they would say things like, "While technically true," something like that, and then they go on like, "Well, technically true," and everything. And this one's like, "This is the okay." So they fact check this. So like, okay, it's confirmed.
Yes,
that's what it is, right?
Yes.
Yeah. He didn't personally receive the money. It's just, all of the family's fortunes went up by $20 million. That's all. And of course, Joe Biden isn't part of the Biden family, right? He's a separate entity. Biden family's like a thing all of its own, and Joe Biden's just an innocent boy.
Yeah,
he's a good boy.
What's leftist Twitter saying about this?
I have no idea. They're probably just denying it even is happening.
Of course they will, yeah, because that's their guy, isn't it?
They pretend to be the Ministry of Truth. I'm doing that thing where I tap the side of my nose and I point at you.
I can tell. I saw, yeah.
Joe Biden opens remarks in Vietnam, cracking a joke about a Vietnam War movie and calling it a song.
United States of America.
And Hanoi.
A handful of applause. No applause.
Oh, here he comes. Walking down the street.
This around the world in 5 days is interesting.
Huh?
Well, there's that one of my staff members said, remember the famous song, Good Morning Vietnam? Vietnam.
Song versus movie, yeah.
You remember that song, Good Morning Vietnam?
You guys don't have Robin Williams over here? Okay, moving on. You could really tell when he came over, he just went, around the world in 5 days is really something. He actually said on his card, wait for applause.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Rambling Biden cut off mid-sentence as staffers scramble to end the conference.
Oh, God. This is your leader.
I know.
Anyway.
About all the time you spent with President.
As a matter of fact, the Southern Hemisphere had access to change it, had access. It wasn't confrontational at all. He came with many
Thank you, everybody. This ends the press conference. Thanks, everyone.
That is one step below putting a big fucking hook out from behind the curtain and pulling him behind it, a la Looney Tunes.
Oh, God,
I mean, if you want to know who is in charge right now, that woman is in charge.
Oh, yeah.
She is bigger than the president in that moment. She just stopped the president, the leader of the free world. She cut him off.
You guys want to see it again?
Cut him off.
The poor sign language person? Oh, I couldn't imagine. Let's take a look one more time.
It wasn't confrontational at all. He came with many
Thank you, everybody. This ends the press conference. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah, totally deferential to his handlers. It's not even him anymore. Yeah.
What was that piano
But it never
music
was.
playing, though? What was that piano music playing? Was it like the piano that played at the end of the Hulk TV show? Dun 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 dun.
Trying to drown out the reporters.
Yeah. Alamo shelling the Streamlabs link. Thank you very much, Alamo. Much appreciated.
I say that's your leader, but that ain't your leader, is it? It's clear there's someone above this.
Yeah, he's just.
I say the kid.
He's a figurehead. He's just a figurehead.
And a poor one at that.
That's true. But we got this too. The great quote. Phenomenal.
Not only recovered all the jobs we lost during the pandemic, we've added millions more. We've seen record lows in unemployment, particularly, and I've focused on this.
And not only are both of those statements just purely factually false, they are verifiably false. You did not recover all the jobs lost during the pandemic, and you did not add millions more.
We not only recovered all the jobs we lost during the pandemic, we've added millions more. We've seen record lows in unemployment, particularly, and I've focused on this my whole career, particularly for African Americans and Hispanic workers and veterans. You know, the workers without high school diplomas.
Yeesh.
All right.
One more time. Just one more.
Americans and Hispanic workers and veterans. You know, the workers without high school diplomas, the lowest unemployment rate in 70 years for women now.
Yeah. Are you sure? You know, the people without diplomas, blacks, Mexicans. Smart. But he seems to get lost too.
Lost, confused. It's very sad. It also kind of makes me angry, actually, that we're going through this. Hey, guess who's here?
Look at that. He has no fucking clue where he is.
Lost,
Yeah.
confused.
He wants 4 more years.
Do you think
he's got a year and a half for the best, mate?
Honestly, do you think he could survive 4 more years?
Sure. My grandmother lived until, God, what was she, nearly 90. So yeah, he could survive 4 more years. Sure.
I don't know, man.
I think, I mean, we spoke about it long ago that with him getting Kamala in as the vice president, was going to be, he would probably be second term, 1 year, maybe 2 years, and then she would take over, and then, hey, the Dems, first female president, first black female president, purely by default, which is a complete disgrace because it could have gone to someone who's a lot more deserving. I think that is the case here. He is a placeholder for someone who is going to be a lot more easier to manipulate money-wise.
Well, the reason this one
is rich as fuck.
The reason this one is called Mr. Burns, honestly.
Oh, before we do, left-wing Twitter threw $3 for the Ricky Spanish says, "Oh, Kent, I'd be lying if I said the Biden administration wasn't committing crimes." I guess Kent is in Kent Brockman. If we're keeping up with the Simpsons shit right here, Sid.
I mean, there you go.
He left Twitter.
It's just too funny. It's too funny.
That is spot on. My God.
It is way too funny. Let's get to this palate cleanser too, real quick. This made me laugh way harder than it had any right to.
You know, I saw this the other day. I loved it.
How to get anything and impress your wife.
I was laying in bed the other day and I'm just laughing. She's like, "What's so funny?" Nothing.
Okay, you said the TV's not working?
You'll find out.
Yeah, it's not working. Okay, I want to see what we can do.
Oh my God.
Seriously, it's not working.
The what?
The sink's not working.
Oh my God.
What do you need?
I know.
You want to get me a beer?
Okay.
And some chips?
Okay.
It's going to take me a while.
Okay.
Yeah.
Delete has something for you.
Oh, God.
The beer was open. Why was the beer open?
Change the alternator on the TV.
I know it's totally a setup, but if my hypothetical wife was that helpless, I don't know that I'd be all that happy.
Well, I think it's even though it's clearly fake and it's all a laugh, it does also highlight the lack of love that men get.
Yeah, that's true. That is very true. But with that, guys, we come to the end of our show tonight. So Serpent for 3, right on the way out. Sanute, as long as they can keep him propped up in front of a mic and regurgitate pablum for the sheep, I think Biden's handlers and diaper changers can do 4 more years out of him. I mean, you're probably right. You're probably right. It's sad, but it's true. There's nothing really to be done about it at this point, honestly. 81 million votes, guys. Most voted for president in history. Oop.
Got a way out, man.
Ow. Pulled the trigger on trying to DM a D&D game for friends. What were Yu's favorite and least favorite thing that happened during a game you played?
Oh, Sin, you heard that?
Yeah.
That was Mike Coxiner. Jesus Christ. For the 2502, one of my favorite donations. What, do you say that for the money or for the name Mike Coxiner?
No, the donation.
The donation, yeah. I appreciate that, mate. That was very nice of you. Thank you very much. Pull the trigger on trying to DM a game for friends. What were our favorite moments of the Triple D sessions, Sin?
My favorite was trying to just shove you in the box. Putting you in the box was great.
I'm not going in the box. You couldn't put me in the box.
I wanted to really bad.
I was a rogue. You couldn't do it.
Putting you in the box was good. Of course, the epic fight where I got turned into a giant and I fought the other giant and Phil was just standing on the edge of the boat hitting him with the sword.
I don't think you even stood on the... You were in the ocean.
No, I was, but I think Phil was standing on the edge of the boat just like swinging the sword out.
I mean, we were all... I remember I was climbing up the back of him at the time as well.
Hold up.
But no one... Fantastic bit of medieval violence.
What a way to end the show, too. God damn, bringing us right over halfway to goal, knocking Olga down to 370,000 HP. Faustonia coming in hot with the big 110. Thank you so much, Faustonia. No pithy comment here, Sin. Just love you guys. No homo.
Aw.
I think just a little. Just a little.
Do I remember you saying you finished the Witcher books?
Yes, I read all the way through.
Yeah. It was
read,
good to get
unquote.
through to the end. Like, was it satisfactory?
A couple of books were kind of hard to get through.
I get that. Yeah.
But the story overall was definitely worth the listen. I think it was the perfect way to end that kind of story. I'm not going to tell you how it ends, but I think it was the perfect way to end that kind of story.
Yeah. Well, to answer Mike Coxiner right there, my favorite, Sinatra just said, my favorite Sinatra moment was that giant battle. There was also, if you remember, there was underneath a tavern where there was a fight club, and we just stuck you in there, and you just pummeled absolutely everyone. And of course, I mean, Then there was the horse cum butter, and then there was,
yeah.
the final boss tried to shrink him down by attaching a potion to my crossbow, but it was a critical fail. Rolled a 1, which meant I got shrunk down, and for the entire final boss battle, I still love this. That was,
you were Shrunkle.
I was Shrunkle. That was the birth of Shrunkle. It was the thing is we had the best DM ever in Lamented Guide.
Where's Drunkle's 5%? Look, fuck it. If any time between now,
I'm gonna 501.
If any time between now and the end of the show, if somebody hits the 501, I'll send Drunkle 10% live on air.
That's for the future. That's not for today. That's for the future.
That's just for today. Anything past today, it's only 5%.
Not just for today. No, the devil isn't reading in the fine print.
Fine print.
We had the best DM in Lamented Guide who was willing to let us get away with so many things. The rule of cool, my cock's in it.
The rule of cool is definitely solid.
And our shit was the coolest fucking campaign you've ever
had. That was super fun. It was kind of drawn out just for the beginning of it, and I don't think he takes offense to me at putting that criticism forward. But that was the most fun on an online game I've had since fucking Among Us.
It is what you make of it, and we made it something awesome. And Guide was just along for the ride.
Ghastly with the constant critical fails was hilarious.
Oh, Little G as well. Oh, we're gonna do Little G. Yeah, okay, Ghastly, we can do that.
Little G was great. Shrunkle was hilarious. The otter that I kidnapped was fantastic.
The whole thing was just fucking brilliant. But as it is with D&D, I mean, it took us like what? Fucking 3 months because I can't
at least
make it
3
tonight.
months.
If one person can't make it, you can't do the thing, you know. But it is fantastic. I would love to do it again. I did actually approach the Sinatra the other week and say, "Would you like to do D&D again?" He went, "No." And then a week later on stream, Sinatra said, "I'd love to do D&D again." I went, "Well, you said no the other day," and he went, "No, I meant with you."
I would love to do it. I just have to find the fucking time.
It was great fun.
That's
all I can say. It is what you make of it, as long as you don't take it too seriously, which I don't think we ever did.
No, I don't think we ever took it too seriously. I think I ate dinner every time we played it. Fucking.
I mean, my character was racist towards elves. I still am.
Yeah, I mean that's still a fact. Do you guys have anything you want to shill before we get out of here?
Hit it, Scribe. You haven't spoken ages.
You just listen to
let's
us
see.
pontificate.
That's what it is. Reminisce, I think, is probably the better word for that one. Let's see. I got my Sunday stream, Sunday at 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern, where I'll talk about a thing. I usually don't decide what that is until like Sunday evening or Saturday evening. Pardon me.
You go in completely blind, don't you?
Always. And then also Sunday at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern is Book Review of the Vampire, where my friend Leonora and I are gradually going through the Vampire Chronicles novels. We're right on the Vampire Lestat, and we're about halfway through. Leonora.
Oh, Leonora.
Leonora.
There was an old Spectrum 28K game called Feud, which was between two wizard brothers called Leonor and Leonoric. I thought someone had named their child Leonor after the game. I got really excited for a moment then.
No, my friend just wanted a nom de plume for the sake of the stream, and I just picked out Leonora for her. So, because it sounds like a vampirist name. So anyway, but yeah, so that's Sunday, and I'll be hosting this show again next Wednesday at the usual time.
Speaking of books, Drunkle, where are you in the First Law?
I don't want to speak about that right now.
No, come on, we have to talk about it. We didn't have that hour we usually have before the Wednesday show to talk books.
What has happened recently? I was listening to it all day yesterday. They got the what's his name? Fucking Proctor has got his guy and is going confess.
Oh, he is I think he's currently talking to Thalem Ruth.
Yes, I'm not actually all that deep into it. I've not had a lot of time in the past couple of 2 weeks.
It's the Spicers Guild shit, right? The merchant
Spices
spicers.
Oh, merchants. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, I get you. Yeah, merchant spices. I understand.
Scribe,
Yes.
I'm gonna have to shill this book to you, man. It's called The First Law. The first book is called The Blade Itself. It is hands down, far and away, my favorite book series I've ever read.
Don't listen to him. What you want to do is the Killer Chronicles.
No, you start with The First Law because that has an ending.
That's the problem, man. Because the Killer Chronicles was fucking awesome, Sid.
But it's been like 11 years since he put the last one out.
Okay, it's not been 11 years since it's been fucking a week since I finished it. I'm finding the transition from the second and final book until the next one comes out into the one that you've recommended me. I'm finding it very difficult.
I think it would be easier to do The First Law because as far as the series goes now, all 9 books, it has an ending.
I'll just go back.
Yeah, I'm telling you, you just...
Why? You told me to read the Killer Chronicles first, and now you're saying, actually, no, it's best if you read this one first? Don't fucking give me that shit.
Because it's a 2-book series. If you like that one, you could jump into it, but I know Scribe likes fantasy.
I loved that one. I loved it.
The Killer Chronicles really are a phenomenal set of books.
It's difficult to go from the Killer into the First Blade. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm enjoying it, but I'm thinking of Kvothe.
Well, what you should be focused on is Glocta and Logan Nine Fingers. But Scribe, you should check out the First Law series. I think you'd like that more than the Killer.
All right, I'll look it up.
It's by Joe Abercrombie at Lord Grimdark on Twitter.
Okay.
Grimdark, nice.
Well, that's what it is. The Killer Chronicles are a grimdark series, which means there is no happy ending.
Sunday, actually, you can find me up until the hour of midnight, which is when the Sin and Shelley show starts. That is GMT. Yeah, I will be doing some Boulders gating. Hopefully, I will have better luck than I had today, possibly, which has been a very, very unlucky day considering everything that's happened. And, ladies and gentlemen, those who follow me on twitch.tv/drunkleplays and those who don't, this Thursday, instead of Jacking It, the Jackbox Games being held on Twitch, it's going to be held on the Drunken Uncle YouTube channel.
I saw that you had the event.
Under the title, What You've Been Missing, because you have been missing a lot. And if you come along and join us for that, I guarantee you're going to drop me a follow over on Twitch. That is on twitch.tv/drunkleplays. Sin, you, of course, are welcome to come and play along. And you
cross-promotion, I like it.
I just need more viewers over there, mate. Like, I do my best work on that fucking channel, honestly.
For sure. I have a video going up here in a moment after the show on the Sin and Sash channel, a stream highlight. I did not have time to sit down and make a video today, but make sure you are around Sunday at 7:30 EST for the Sunday stream over on the Sin and Sash channel. Guys, make sure in about 15 minutes you go to Pink Salmon's channel. Wish her a happy birthday. I will be on there for a minute, hanging out, chatting shit. Guys, have a lovely, lovely evening. Thank you for all the incredible donations, and we will see you all when?
We're going to be back on Monday on the Drunken Uncle channel at 10:30 p.m. GMT, 10:30 p.m. GMT, 5:30 p.m. EST, 4:30 Central, and 5:30 a.m. on Christmas Island. Silencing.
Thank you very much, guys. Have a lovely evening. We will see you in the next one. Later.
Happy birthday, Pinky. We love you.
Bye.